My video for January the 3rd, I have the 2nd down there, but it's the 3rd. I didn't change the date. In one area I did, but the other area I didn't. Uh, anyway, it's the video number, it's January the 4th, 2020, and it's video number 3,324. The title is Truth is Offensive to Those Who Spread Lies. It's very sad as I see it. When you dedicate yourself to telling the truth, as I have since childhood, and see our supposed leaders lie through their teeth without any repercussions, it seems as if there is no justice on this planet. Many get angry and do stupid things. Others simply join in the lies, trying to profit from the corruption. It's everywhere, folks. Of course, the political realm is where it is most obvious, but all institutions have been compromised by liars who seem to be in control. As I see it, the international bankers are most to blame, at least in the 3D realm of experience. Does it go into unseen realms as well? Is the physical reality we experience merely the outplaying of conditions in unseen realms that are rarely experienced? When they are, those who experience such things are often mocked. I happened to catch a program. I didn't even watch the whole thing. It was on PBS, public broadcasting, and it was about communication with animals. And I forget the lady's name that started it quite a few decades ago. She's an older woman, quite a bit an older woman now, but when she first realized that chimpanzees and other animals could actually communicate and show empathy and had compassion, and she was mocked by the establishment. And there were several other examples in the PBS video of people that were able to communicate with gorillas and even cheetahs and other so-called wild animals, that actually bonds were formed between humans and these animals that were not they were supposedly lower level, but yet they showed compassion in that video. And I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a part of it during the break between watching all the bowl games on television and also listening to my music now that I can put the record player on. So I mean, I was bouncing all over the place yesterday. In any case, I'm just realizing that it is the 3rd, not the 4th. And so the stuff that I said at the beginning is wrong. Anyway, I just changed it on the thing. So it is the video for January the 3rd. Boy, see, this is the conundrum that I'm in. I'm fitting so many things into my life right now without even leaving my apartment, basically, that there's a lot of confusion. And I'm still praying for God, as I've said, because it's time, as I see it, for God to take responsibility for creation and at least empower those that are honest. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, I watched some Fox News also during one of the breaks yesterday. I guess it was in the evening. And I forget the guy's name that's on Fox, but he was saying how most of the stuff that's come out about Trump is simply not true. And it's now the records are being revealed, and it's totally a made up story. And even one of the Democratic law professors, who's always voted Democrat, says they don't have a lawful or a legal leg to stand on in the charges against Trump. He broke no law. And it's not to be settled in the House of Representatives. It's to be settled in the Supreme Court. That's the system. And of course, they don't want that because Trump has put some people in the Supreme Court that might be tipping things away from the oligarchy that has run the world. And it's the money system that enslaves us. And one of the things, another thing that I watched was all the fracking that's going on in Australia, that's draining the water sources so that the people are suffering tremendous drought with huge fires, and they're using the water for fracking to find oil and to, I don't know, maybe get other minerals out. But it's all another game by the people that have ruined the world. And the world can be redeemed. The world will survive. The question is that I have is, will humanity survive? Will God prove to be loving? It's not in something that God did 2,000 years ago or any other time in history. What's God doing now? And this is what challenges me and what keeps me still hoping, but yet praying, God, take responsibility. I've always tried to tell the truth. I can remember times when I've told the truth that was used against me. In Inheritance with Dr. Mary and other things that have happened in my life, the system uses it against me. I can remember when I was arrested for having an international driving permit and driving without a license, stopped because a headlight was out. Or no, it was a tail light. Let me correct that. It wasn't a headlight, it was a tail light. And I had an international driving permit, and I was arrested at actually 2 different times, and another time arrested for driving without a license. But I was in my home sleeping at the time. I've told that story also. So there's so many things that have happened in my personal life. This is firsthand experience of things that make me realize how messed with we are in this world, and how the people that have risen to positions of power are people that don't have good morals. They don't operate in an ethical manner, and truth is an anathema to them. They don't tell the truth, and that is what has brought us into the situation that we're in as human beings, where if you tell the truth, you are subjected to a whole lot of things that you shouldn't be subjected to if the world was fair and based on truth and justice, and based on loving one another and allowing people to have different perspectives, because we all are going to, whether we're allowed or not. Everybody is going to have their own opinions and their own the way that they describe what happened. It's going to be based on how they felt and what they saw, what they heard, and it's the human experience that's important. And we need to be able to get, as I keep on saying, to a place where we can share the experience without fear of anybody pointing a finger and saying, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, it's your experience. Even the Illuminati have had experiences, and their opinions have been based on what they've experienced, and often also what we've been told plays a big role in that. So we have to somehow grow up. Can that happen? I want to see humanity reach a more mature state where we can level the playing field and fix some of the problems that we have, right some of the wrongs that are endemic in human society and have been for a very long time. I would like to see love and truth and good qualities praised instead of being put down. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.